Cheeky breeky, my comrade. It is I, Ghost, from Rogue Insurgents. Okay, we're going to continue doing the upgrades. As always, when you're doing any kind of upgrades, make sure there's no battery inside your gun, as you do not want to fry anything out or mess anything else up. Okay, on the bottom of your pistol grip to your rifle, you're going to see a cap like this with two little screws in them. I have taken them out already, but usually they are either a hex head or a Phillips screwdriver. You want to unscrew those and pull the cap off. Under the cap, you're going to see this mess, which is your motor and some connection wires. Okay, at this point, you want to take your Phillips head screw, your needle nose, and you want to grab right here. I'm going to show you. I already pulled up the wire, but if you could see the little black clip, you see that? That's where you want to hold very gently and pull it up off the prongs. Then that you have this bar. You see this blue bar? You want to take your needle nose again and gently squeeze, but make sure you have it firm, and gently pull up, nice and easy. The motor should slide out pretty gently. Make sure when you pull your motor out, you still have your spring on it. Sometimes that falls off and stays in the gearbox. You do not want this. So, okay. Now, this had a grounding wire attached to it. I have already taken that off. Most motors do not have this, but the RM4 does come with these. Maybe it's something for the recoil, I do not know. So I have to put that back on. I'm going to show you how to do this now. It has two set screws in the motor that I'm going to take out. Okay. It's a pretty long screws, I'm not going to lie. Okay, I got one. Let's get the other one out of the way. Again, this is not something you're going to see on most motors. This is the first time I've ever seen it, to be honest. Okay, when you're connecting this, you want to make sure that you put one washer above and one washer under, if it has it. Now, you will notice one wire is black, one wire is red. You have to make sure the black wire, which is the negative, goes on the same side as the negative terminal. Do not mix them up and put the positive with the negatives, because then you are going to fry something for sure, and you don't want to do this. Okay. Now I got to put it back together. I'm trying to get this done in one video. I'm apologizing because I don't think that's going to happen this time. I'm sorry about this, but there's nothing I can do. Okay, now I'm going to attach the positive side, which is the red. Always remember that. Red is the positive and black is the negative. Again, you do not want to mix these sides up. Make sure that they always go into the right terminals. Same thing. Oopsie, look at that. I almost forgot to put the washer back on. The same thing when you're connecting your battery terminals, what I'll explain to you again when we get to that part, but you don't ever want to mix those up either. Very important. You will not have very good results, trust me. Again, we are almost out of time, so we may have to make this a two-parter, but we are almost done now anyway. I just got to put the motor back in, which goes the same way you take it out pretty much. But I would like to have an explanation of me doing this for you guys. But let's see. See how far I get on the video. Okay, now that my... whatever this is, they say grounding or static release. Either way, I got my grounding static release wire on. I could put my motor back in. When you place the motor back in, you want to place it according to the wires. Like, here's my positive side. I want to put that on the close side of the positive. So go ahead, you push that down into the hole. Make sure these other grounding wires are out of the way. Do not get them snagged up or anything. They may become a nuisance. Okay, I take my positive. That's going to go into the red terminal. There's usually a red color dot, so you know the positive from the negative. Okay, sometimes they could be a little tricky to slide nicely into the spot. You may have to play with it a little bit. I got the positive on, I just got to get the negative on, and then we can close the cap back up. And that part is done. Okay. And now when you're putting the cap on, very important not to try not to crush these wires too bad. Make sure it goes on kind of easy, you know. And you don't want the wires going over that middle hole. You need that middle hole clear for the set screw in the middle of your plate. If you do not have that clear, that's going to create problems for you later on. Okay. And that's it. Now I put the 2 screws back on, like so. And my motor is now in place. And that's it. You screw the 2 screws back on the plate like so. And that is it. I'm going to show you the spring in the next video, so please tune into the next chapter of this video. Thank you very much for tuning into Ghost Insurgent channel. Once again, this is Ghost from Rogue Insurgents. I also like to give a quick shout out to my boys over at gunnuke.com. Everybody should go over there, make a free profile, and keep the airsoft community growing. And also, if you're from Long Island, please check out Strike Force Sports over on Deer Park Avenue. It's an indoor field, very nice. Very tactical type of approaches. I like it very much. You can find me there most weekends. Once again, this is Ghost Insurgent. Thank you very much for tuning into my channel. Please check out the next chapter to see the finishing of my upgrades.